Alright, greetings all. So it's been a little bit. I have been getting rid of a lot of extras in my collection, trying to make room. So this is just basically quick pickups for, I guess you could say, for the last few weeks. Nothing too much, but just get into it. So I have a couple that I picked up on eBay, and I try, me personally, to have my listings kind of have as much detail as possible, pictures as well, and so forth. It's very frustrating when somebody sends you something and they don't send you the whole thing. I understand that to a point, and I get it. You miss something and you send me the next thing, but at least respond to the message. I mean, I'm not trying to be ridiculous here, but if you say it includes all manuals, then have it include all the manuals. I sent this person a message. They at least got back to me in the beginning and said, "Oh, sorry, I'll send out the manual Monday." So now we're coming up on a week. I sent them another message, haven't heard back. So right now it's not complete, but NHL 98 for the Sega Genesis. I bought this for like $5, I think. If you have not played this, comes with the little inserts and stuff. It's got some cool ones in here. They sent me a 96 lineup thing, which this game is from 98, technically 97, so maybe that came with it, but I really don't think so, especially when it says EA Sports Mega Lineup and it has NHL 98 in the first thing. But I always love this. This system is like one of my favorite systems to collect for, and the sports titles are almost always good, at least from EA here. I like more the small characters where they don't really try to do too much with the graphics. It's just kind of, hey, this is what it is, and it kind of works for it to the point where I actually prefer these games over modern day sports titles to an extent. I think one of the only ones that I really enjoy more than the older style is like MLB The Show. But past that point, this is like one of my all-time favorite games. I have a few copies of this, but always look to get an extra one. I might flip it, I'm not sure, but still need to get the manual first before I can do that. So, and then there's some extra stuff here. So, main differences with NHL 98 compared to, let's say, 97. If you are interested, let's say, for example, you're trying to buy the complete version of what the best version would be, it really depends. I think 98 was where they included the character moves, so if you hit the start button on certain figures, or certain players, they would do a special move. So, for example, Eric Lindros did kind of a forecheck while controlling the puck, so you could actually check people as you're using the puck and moving forward, which was really cool. I think there was Joe Sakic did like a spin move, maybe. I'm not fully 100% sure, but I remember those with the cards. So you have that. Also, the other thing was with NHL 98 that introduced the Carolina Hurricanes, and in 97 their previous team, which was the Hartford Whalers. So if you're looking to kind of have as many as you can type of thing, those would be other one, or those would be two that would be a must. I would say probably the 94, I think it is where the Quebec Nordiques were still around. So that would be another one. Honestly, I would be really interested if anybody had a thing where they had a modern day version of this, so the graphics and everything were still the same, but it was with current rosters, or you could select a year and play a roster that way. So, yeah, always loved that game. So that was a pickup and a steal for about $5. It's actually surprisingly it goes for a good amount of money, probably because it is the last entry into the NHL series in the Sega version and Super Nintendo. Alright, so next up, disappointment one was something I bought. As you know, if you've watched these videos before, I'm big into survival horror, so I'm trying to expand my collection and add more and more to it, just because I'm legitimately going to make an effort to go to those games and see what they have to offer. I'm not sure when, but in general, those are ones I'm generally interested in. So I was able to pick this up for pretty cheap. This is another one where I had an issue with this. Usually I don't have problems on eBay when I buy a game. If there is, the people are pretty good with getting back to me and then either offering some type of compensation or something along those lines. I don't really know what to expect from this, just because, I mean, it's pretty cheap in general, but it was pretty cheap and I was expecting it to be a certain quality, and it definitely wasn't in that case. And if you're just playing the game, probably wouldn't care too much, but if you're collecting or if you're afraid that there may be some playback issues, this was like a no-go. But anyway, I got Alone in the Dark, the New Nightmare. I was kind of frustrated with myself. I didn't think I had this, but I do. I have it for the Dreamcast, so not the best version to have, at least graphics-wise, I would assume. I have not played it, but I would assume that would be the case based on it being 32-bit versus the Dreamcast, which is, to my understanding, 128-bit. The problem was with this, it was complete, is the discs. They said the discs are very good and clean. I picked them up and I looked at them. Both of them have numerous circle scratches. I mean, numerous. At this point, you might as well just put it on the floor and start swirling it around. That's how many there are. Now, for the price I got it for, not too bad, but at the same time, it's not that big of a difference between getting a really good copy and what I got this for. And if I'm getting these resurfaced, it's going to kind of even out at that point, and I could have been pickier than at that point with this. I'm more frustrated with the person kind of not really getting back to me. They sent me like one basic message, and I explained to them like, hey, well, I'm looking to have this as a collection, and that's it. It ceased of communication. So I'm probably just going to be opening up 2 cases at this point. Usually, I don't really have a problem, but these last 2 have been pretty bad. So what are you going to do type of thing, but just thought I would at least share that in case you're buying stuff, that this is what I've been experiencing. On a non-game note, I picked up a Sony Discman. This is a pink one. For some reason, these go for a good amount. I understand that certain things will have value based on certain components that you may not find in another one. A lot of cases, for example, the audio jack on here will be, they may have used a different part in that case, so it's higher quality. You may hear that when you're playing something back. But it seems to be the Sony Discmans seem just to go for more money than other things, like Discman especially, because I'm a little confused by this. I mean, and that's the part I'm not too familiar with. What is the quality of it? Why does it go for more compared to other ones? And that is, I think, the battery tray. I don't know what that is. It's not the battery tray. It's something else. Something else is loose. So, it has issues, so I'm hoping to try to repair that and sell that to get some extra money for different games that are coming out. Essentially, this is what I've been doing. It has been selling, not my collection, but I've had a lot of extras that that I've been holding on to. I initially just wanted to trade them for other things. It worked a little bit. I had 3 trades in the total of a year, and these things are just sitting and taking up space. I wish I would have sold them earlier, but like I said, I didn't want to sell them, so in this case, not really getting trades for them, but what are you going to do type of thing. So, anyway, so this, going back to game-related stuff, this I purchased at a Barnes & Noble. It actually worked out because I was getting a gift, and in order to get the gift for a certain price, you had to buy something else, which is stupid in its own way. But I saw this. I didn't know this was coming out, and since it's part of the classic, I had to get it. It is 8-Bit Peach. It bothers me that it says Peach on there and it's not Toadstool, but what are you going to do with that? This was $6, which is kind of pricey in that regard. They do have these at Walmart, which I found and picked up 2 of them today. So they are $3.97, but as you can see, the boxes are different. I am a person who likes to collect and buy one to open and one to keep sealed. So I'm going to try to find another one that is in this type of packaging that isn't as damaged. Here is really the bend and stuff, and mainly just because if I can get it cheaper, I mean, it's the case of another game at that point, $2 or $3 here, $2 or $3 there. So, one I was really excited for goes back to the survival horror, and I was hoping to find this for a decent price. And I mean, at that point, I'm looking for like maybe like, I don't know, $5, $6, $7 off of what it normally goes for. It normally goes for like about anywhere from 30 to 65, I guess you could say, for the extreme mint condition one. But this I got sheer chance. I have the app on my phone on eBay to notify me. It failed actually and didn't notify me. So the only reason I saw this is just because I clicked on it. I clicked on one of my save things, and when I opened it, it actually showed me this. And I thought, oh, it's already closed or something, like something's wrong with it. It's not complete or anything like that. No, it was the full thing. So I got it complete. The only problem was they said it was very good, in great shape and everything. When I got it, it's had multiple scratches all over the place. So I sent them a message about that. They actually were very, very nice about it, and sent me a partial refund of, I think, $8. So initially it was like $21, and then $3.57 for shipping, and then minus the $8. So you're looking at about $13 and $3.57. So about $16 or so. Call of Cthulhu for the Xbox One, which a lot of people say is really good, and I cannot wait to play this. I gotta get it resurfaced though first, but really, really excited about that. So that's pretty much it for the pickup videos, and then one quick thing. This is kind of a pickup, but I picked it up a while ago, and I've just been kind of playing through it. Is a game if you're interested in something where it's good story, gameplay's interesting, not really sure where to go with it from there, because I mean it's kind of like a basic point and click type of thing for the PS4, but so far I'm really enjoying the story of it, and it's called This Is the Police. I've seen this in GameStop and other stores. It's very cheap. It's about $20 brand new. So you can get it for probably about 14, 15 bucks. They're starting to raise the prices on these. I know Amazon had it for about $13 or so at one point, but I missed out on it. But this, you start out as a police chief. The textures are just really interesting. It's like drawn cartoon almost type of thing. I'm very bad with describing stuff like this, but I don't know if you can really see it. But essentially, you are a police chief who's pretty much resigning at this point. He doesn't know he's going to resign. He finds out from the mayor, so he's pissed off at that point. He has 180 days until his resignation goes through, so he's just got to pretty much last. The city is corrupt, so is the mayor at this point, and the mayor's just saying pretty much just don't make a big scene, just do your 180 days, and then that's it. So what you do at this point is you hire and fire police officers and detectives. You go through and you can request money for SWAT team upgrades. You can request money for yourself, in this case like a higher raise. You can also do, what else can you do? There was a couple other things. It's like essentially you limit what you can request from the city, but then it goes into the police officers, and they have certain ratings and rankings, and depending on, you send them on missions at that point. So you get a call in saying, hey, we have a robbery happening at this store, and then you select the info on there, and it will tell you, hey, this is what's going on with it, which is, it's funny with the narration of it, and also the writing, explaining like what's going on with this and that, and then it's up to you to determine how many officers you want to send to this. With the more officers that you send to it, based on, let's say, what the crime may be, you can have a better chance of arresting the suspect or clearing up the misunderstanding or whatever the case is, and then that in turn ups their ranking. If the person escapes, or a cop gets killed, or a civilian gets killed, it fails at that point, it downs their ranking. So obviously you want to have a higher ranking at that point for each of your cops, so it's easier for you to complete these missions and then allocate your resources properly at that point. They do two different shifts. One, you have like 6 or 7 cops on one shift, and then 6 or 7 cops on another shift. And one of the other things is for like City Hall, you can put in a request to get more cops and detectives, so they can give you like more budget in this case to do so. So far, I've played through about 3 or 4 days of it, or days in this case of you go through your shifts and everything. The cops will sit there and try to come up with reasons of why they can't come into work, and then based on the reasons, you have to tell them yes or no. It could be something as simple as, I have a cold, or I'm dizzy all of a sudden, can I take the day off? And it's like, you can sit there and say yes, but then you turn into a pushover if you keep saying yes. But if you keep saying no, then you turn into a stickler, and they may not have your back. I haven't gone that far into the story to progress to that point. But so far, very, very good, especially for the price point. If you can get it for, like, I don't know, $10 or so, or under, it's a steal at this point, and I'm really, really happy with this so far. So I thought I would at least bring this up and just let you guys know about this. This is one that's probably going to go under the radar. I haven't really heard too much about it. I haven't really heard anything, seen any ads or anything like that. Pretty small in terms of install-wise. It's saying about 1.5 gigs, I think so. Pretty quick with the install as well. I don't think there's really too many updates, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't see anything about network play, which really I don't think there would be any type of network play. It's really a story and just what you do with your officers. There's really nothing interactivity-wise so far. But like I said, I would give this, I don't know, out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7 or an 8 at this point. Just from what I've played. Obviously that can change based on the further I play into that at that point, and then maybe the story isn't as good later on. But so far, after about a week or so, pretty good. All right, so that is it, guys. I'm going to continue trying to finish this. This game is taking forever, so I can move on to the next game. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.